Hey feathered friends, welcome to Songbirds Drawing Tutorial. Today, my name is Paige Byrne. I'm the illustrator for Songbirds, and today we're going to check out the blue jay. And I chose the blue jay for today as we've been gathering around with our families and friends this week at the table and being thankful and grateful. The blue jay kind of cracked me up because there are some funny moments when we gather at the table, and the blue jay in this illustration was being a little funny. I remember the cardinal of this illustration was asking the blue jay to sit in his seat because he wasn't quite sitting nicely at the table, and he's perched on his chair. Why am I not finding it? Where are they? Sitting at the table. Here they are. Okay. Sorry about that. So here we have the blue jay, and you see how he's kind of perched on the table. He's not sitting in his seat nicely like the flamingo and the parrot and the owl, of course, and the cardinal is telling the blue jay, he's saying, Mr. Blue Jay, in your seat, please. Well, funny things like that happen, I know, at everyone's table, but let's check out this blue jay here and see what he looks like in real life. So I'm just going to get my screen ready for you guys. Yes. And what I thought was so fascinating about the blue jay was all these significant marks. Like, look at this way, this black kind of line kind of helps his designs of his head to pop out with the blue at the top and the white on the side. And he's got these nice solid areas at the top of his back around his shoulders. And then as he goes out to the tail, you can see these little patterns of blue and black and white, and then blue and black and white, and just these delicate little gray feathers on his tummy. So in this illustration that we're going to do today, we'll keep in mind artist tricks for drawing the shape of the bird with the circle, the body of the bird with the oval, and the triangle for the beak, and even the triangle for the tail. But we'll keep in mind these little pattern tricks that artists can use with color as they design their bird. So I felt like there was one more thing I wanted to show you. Oh yes, what I wanted to tell you was also in this blue jay, and him being a little mischievous on this day, ultimately just this little moment that doesn't define all of him. The blue jay, and I've got it right here in this little comment window, that the blue jay, the animal, the symbolism behind him, he's a faithful, he's solid, he's symbolic of endurance and patience, and they also really take honor in all of the tasks that they do. So let's get started on our sketch. So I'm going to just move this book for a minute. And remember, this is a part that I like to do myself. You don't have to do this part, but I like to go ahead and draw a frame. So I make sure that I stay in my camera window and don't go off, because that can happen when you're drawing online together. Okay, so with that blue jay, and I'm going to start in pencil and then I'll come back to Sharpie. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and do that circle, a light circle. And then I'm going to place the oval just below the head, just like that. And remember, I do want a tiny triangle for the beak and a large triangle for the tail, just like that. And then it's cool to kind of set your blue jay wherever you would like. Like if you want the bird on the back of a chair, you go for it. Today, I'm going to, it's so gorgeous outside, so I'm going to put this blue jay on a branch. So I'm started a line behind his tail, jump on the other side of his tail and out to the edge of the paper. And now I'm going to copy that line. I'm going to go underneath the first one, jump, because the branch is behind. Continue on, copy, but then right about here, I'm just gonna do a little dive, just like that. And then I can do copycat lines. It almost looks like the letter Y, these nice copycat lines, and that kind of adds definition and detail on my branch. And I see this little dot. I don't know what that's from, but I think I might just go ahead and draw a leaf right there and make it part of the picture. Sometimes you can make mistakes or blemishes part of your picture and then they disappear. Okay, so now I can go in, now that I've got the basics, now I can go in and add what makes the blue jay so different from the other birds. Not only is it's the feather, but also the color. All right, so let's go ahead and start with that mask. So let me share my screen again, and let's check out the definition that I want to do. I'm going to go to this share screen artist because I would like to, there we go. See how he's got that kind of mask right there? There's, we are only seeing one side of our blue jay, the profile, so I'll just do part of the mask. So, and then I can go ahead and start my blue and black and then my white patterns here. All right, so here we go. So right about here at the top of the head, I'm going to go ahead and draw a little, just a series of little marks right there that kind of define that part of the blue jay's head. And then I can do similar to what I did with my parrot, that kind of football lemon shape. So I'm going to curve up and back down, and then I'm going to curve down and then up. And notice how I left just a little opening right there so that I can finish that mask look. And now I'll really make my beak stand out. Just add a little opening like he's chirping, just like that. And I'm going to do my lines that go around. And what I like about doing it in pencil first is my practice lines I can erase later. And then with my Sharpie line, I can go around the head and around the body, right? And then I can begin to put in that wing and connect, just like that. And then I can start at the beak, go around the head, and connect it to the wing, all kind of nice one shape now. And then I'll do a continuous line here for his little stomach that goes down. And then they all these lines from the back of the head and the back of the wing to the wing side right here and the tummy, they all kind of fold in together. And now I can begin those patterns. So I'm going to do a scallop line. And when you think of, you do like an ocean top, and it goes like this, a scallop, 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 scallop. And that's all I'm going to do. And I'm going to repeat that line over and over. Scallop, 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 just like that. And that'll give it a nice texture all the way down. And I have to get smaller and smaller as I go to the tip of the tail, just like that. All right, and then I can add, not scallops all the way across the wing, but I can increase the length of my scallop and just do it in a couple places. A little pattern of 3 would be nice. So I can go with 4 lines to create 3 sections, 1 and 2 and 3. And then I'll just do 4 more down here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and now I want to finish my eye here with the big circle and then the pupil. Remember, this part was gray, and we can just kind of do some feathery lines in here that we can add color to later. Now let's make the his little feet. So when I check out the feet of the blue jay, and let's look at that really quick. Yeah, they're just 3 little black feet that's poking out just like that. So we'll go ahead and pop those in. So we'll just do 2 quick little lines here 2 quick little lines here. And to show that he is gripping on, I'm going to do a nice little curve. Could put one in the back there. Curve, curve, curve. One in the back. And now he's gripping onto that branch. And now we can finish our branch. And I can go ahead and outline my leaf so that stands out. I was watching the bird feeder this past week, and the blue jay, I mean, I know what the scientists are saying when they say that the blue jay is a little territorial and diligent about his work. They're not kidding around. That blue jay is serious. And just, you can put a little couple extra feather marks right up there. And remember, you can take your eraser, and once you have the lines that you want to keep all planned out in your marker, then you can go back in and erase your pencil line. My little practice. Maybe I can turn that into a cloud. All right, so there is my blue jay. And what will help this blue jay stand out from being black and white and recognizing it as a blue jay is obviously the color. So I'm going to give you a couple color tips before we go. And where are my colored pencils? Oh, all right. So I like to do this too before I start, is kind of plan out, see what kind of lights and darks I can get. So I'm pulling out my different shades of blue, and I thought I had a gray one in here. There we go. All right, cool. Okay, artists. So this one could be violet. You guys might have noticed that. Like sometimes blue and blue-violet look so much alike in the crayons and the colored pencil. Sometimes it's hard to decide. So notice if I press down, it's really dark. If I gently color, it gets light. So that might be nice to consider in the stomach of that. And then I've got my turquoise. That might be nice for the sky. I think that might be not quite the blue jay color that we're looking for, but let's go ahead and look at the realistic one. Yeah, artists, see that? So when we look at our different blues, oh, well, there is a little bit of that beautiful sky blue in there. So we've got our dark blues kind of at the top of the head and the side of the wing, and then we've got some sky blue. Isn't that gorgeous? It goes from light to dark all the way along its tail. So that's kind of nice to know that we can have a variety of colors in one type of bird. That's gorgeous. Okay. We could say that for skin tone too. Okay, artists, well, I'm going to get to coloring mine. And I remembered too, if you wanted to fill up your space with additional leaves, remember that that's a nice thing to do, is to give your drawing, right? And how nice that will look with the green here, and just keep adding. This also could be a blooming tree like the camellia. I know I am from Tennessee, but right now in Georgia there are these gorgeous camellias that are blooming. So I'm going to put a little flower blooming right there, and they're in kind of like these dark pinks and light pinks. So that might be a nice little bit of color. So what I'll do is add color to this one, artists, and post it on the video for you. Okay, toodles toodles.